Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny
and Erin.
So, Jimin has released another, well, he's released the whole album, but we now have the second MV for Like Crazy.
I suppose the whole music and idol journey is pretty crazy.
A crazy journey, yeah.
If you take a pause and then look back, you're like, wow.
Yeah. A lot happened.
That was like a crazy time.
Yeah.
I am assuming like the overall theme of this album is his expression, his free speech.
I think so, because it's called Face, and so I feel like it's... I don't know if I had this chat with you or JD. The different faces you put on in different group situations, because we all do it. It's not, none of them are fake, but you always want to show kind of your best self, and what is your best self will be different to different people. Like what qualities those people are looking for, and
what is a safe space that you can show this face in.
Yeah.
Imagine this is a really upbeat song now. I love you, like crazy.
What kind of song will it be? Because Jimin can do a beautiful ballad, but then he can come up with something sexy like Filter, but then Set Me Free Part 2 was much more angsty and in your face. So
I loved it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for loving it because he's obviously had to go through a lot to get it, but I kind of want more like it.
RM has writing credits on this one.
Ooh.
So, but Jimin also has writing credits as well, so that's good.
Of course he does, because it's his.
I think it's nice for him to be able to explore that a bit more, because I wonder whether some of it's a learning process, like learning to write songs, but confidence as well, especially when you've got writers like RM and Sugar, that are doing it all the time. It must be a big thing to be like, I've written this, here you go.
And as well, with any albums and stuff that BTS will have done, we know their turnover for stuff is so quick.
Yeah.
So to say, I'd actually quite like a go at this, people might be like, okay, but we've only got X amount of time to get this out, and you might think, okay, I won't be able to do it then. But if it's your project, you can take a bit more time with it maybe, and maybe you feel a bit safer. I don't know, you either feel safer because it's only you're not speaking for other people, but also maybe it's a bit scarier because it's all on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You could go either way thinking about that. I just want to give him a hug.
Okay. So please remember to like, comment and subscribe. In the comments, what is your favourite track on the Face album?
And which one do you hope gets or would like to get an MV next? It's always a secret third MV, I'm sure of it. I really want that jacket.
He performed this on Jimmy Fallon, I think.
I think we could last forever.
Christmas.
I'm afraid that everything will disappear.
Oh.
Just trust me.
So like sludge on the ground.
Yeah. I like this. Oh, okay.
has actually got to go out and do
Yeah.
this.
I bet Jimin is so much fun at a party.
Oh my
Stunning.
It's like when someone scans you with
I was
their
going to
eyes.
say, it's like we're scanning him.
Alone again. What's the point?
I really struggled going between the MV and the lyrics. Because I was thinking, I need to read what he's, obviously know what he's saying.
Yeah.
But he looks so damn good.
I'm not sure I like the sound of the song. Just on that first listen.
See, I liked the song. It felt a bit trippy, but I don't know whether it's the MV giving me that feeling rather than the song giving me that feeling. Do you know what I mean?
I think it is the song as well. I feel like there's lots of things that could have been about, but that felt very... Oh, might be really... might not want to say this, but like experimental drug use as maybe not like actual drugs, but maybe the person or what you're doing is a drug that keeps you going for a bit before all the pressures creep in.
See, like I said, I was struggling with going for the MV and the lyrics because what I was seeing, I wasn't necessarily getting from what I was reading.
Yeah.
But because what I was seeing was that idea of escapism, and in this example, it's, you know, not necessarily like alcohol, but the party. You kept saying about the lights, getting lost in the lights. Basically, just lost in this so I can forget everything. But then there were scenes where, like, the floor, and that made me think of like Stuck in the Mud. And when he was in like the corridor and there was like the stuff leaking through, it was like the darkness is still getting in, even though you're trying to block it out and just like have a good time there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So maybe then.
It's like, you know, if you've ever been dumped and you're like, I'm going to go out with my friends, I'm going to have the best night, forget about it. And you're having a great time, and then you just take that split second to think for a moment, and the sadness seeps in, and you have to push it back out again and like get back into the party because you're not going to allow it in, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm thinking it is quite dark, and you know the lights that you're seeing are those like the concert lights and that stuff, and you're happy and you're with everyone, but outside of that there is this like darkness, the sludge, like the tar, that toxicity of what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
But then when you get to perform and do that thing that you love, you're happy and you see the joy of people, but you're
adrenaline rush,
but you're still detached from it. Like everyone was moving around him in that party atmosphere. The corridors, as you're moving between, you know, like backstage.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going one way, you're going the other. People aren't really necessarily seeing you.
Yeah. And it was like blurred, wasn't it, around the edges of him? It was all blurred.
But think if you look out and you see a crowd, because of the lights, I think it's going to look
Yeah, and
blurred
so many people, it's just a blur of people.
Yeah, and adrenaline, it probably must make things look a bit strange in the drug rush of performing and sustaining yourself. And I know maybe I'm putting a much darker spin on it than I think, but the codependency on it in a way.
We know that as a group and as individuals, BTS aren't afraid to go dark.
I mean, I wasn't necessarily getting... I was getting more from what I was seeing.
Yeah.
I couldn't cling on to the
lyrics,
lyrics, but
that's what I found.
The wording at the beginning, I felt was quite ominous as well.
Which wording?
The whispering.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if that's supposed to be like the intrusive thoughts that you have. I feel like I need to see the lyrics to get a feel for it, but it gave me the view of someone that was supposed to be in happy places and doing things, but actually you've gone and you've cried in the bathroom maybe.
Yeah.
But you know, he looks bloody good.
He did look amazing.
I just feel a bit bad saying it.
I had the same thought as you. I was going to say it after, when the green light went up him, and I was like, it's like we're scanning him.
It's like when you're just someone, like, just their eyes go all through you. But that must be what it's like to be in the public eye. Everyone's scanning every bit of you. Is there anything we can either pick at, or that we can, we look at every part of him and we love it?
Yeah.
That's still got to feel.
Yeah, it could
pressure.
be that kind of we're only scanning the surface of what he's showing us. We're not going any deeper.
Yeah.
To be fair, if he would let me, I'm willing.
That felt very dark and personal, but still with his very breathy voice.
He sounded lovely.
Now, I might be wrong, but obviously everyone had their heat lights on them.
Yeah.
And there were the different couples.
Yeah.
One of the couples, I feel like...
With two women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. I wasn't sure, because I was like, I don't know, would they...
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, I'm glad to know it, fine. Because as long as you thought that and I thought that, then there are people that are going to see that and feel represented. And I'm so glad for that. I need to... I don't know. And I think it's maybe meant to make you feel a little bit unsure.
I think maybe when we eat, we put it back on, and I think I need a listen with no visuals and a lyric video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just watch visuals.
Yeah.
So we did a second watch and we thought we'd add some thoughts. I like it even more on a second one. And do you know why? It's got such an 80s vibe.
Oh.
As the beat kicked in, I was like, it's got like an 80s beat. And as it went on more, I was like, I'm really enjoying this. Yes, this is, yeah.
I reckon if you listen to it really loud, you could...
Yeah.
That, like, spaced out, like,
Although
dancing.
I admit my 80s vibe basically goes, I get an 80s vibe, can I picture it in Stranger Things? Yes, I can.
It's a good marker for it, isn't it?
And he looked even hotter second time round.
Yeah, I think when I was less taken aback by it all, you can really appreciate...
Especially when he was dancing around and smiling.
It's always that same shoulder that likes to make an appearance.
It's always the left shoulder.
So it's like, oh, hello, I'm here. Don't forget me when you're partying. So in the beginning, the sludge is all like on the floor around him. Then when he like goes out, it's all coming down the walls and pressing in and moving around. But then a bit later in the song, it looks like it's travelling back up, like he's sent it back away. Maybe he's breaking free. Do you know what? I'm going to go and do some bits for me.
Mm.
And then when he returns back to, you know, home, staying in, he's walking back. He's got that sludge, he's bringing it back on the bottom of his shoe.
Yeah.
Like it's then tainting that other stuff, and it is then, what's the point? What's the point in trying to... I couldn't escape it, but also I've gone out and done this stuff, and maybe I've made a comment, I've tried to go and hang out and do something normal, and it's just backfired, so what's the point? I might as well just sit here and not be myself. Yeah, pushed the camera away, didn't you, at the end? But with that, like, tar across it.
So that was our reaction to Jimin Like Crazy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.